open your mouth and say something, the tide of the battle will turn. It will turn. What does it mean to have peace that passes your understanding? When you begin to feel peace, but the situation seems to not be changing, that is a peace that passes understanding. How is it that I have the confidence that the tide is changing when I don't see it? I've known many people that had faith just as thin as a paper. It's so low that they hardly believe they have any faith. I've seen these people mumble out a prayer. God, you're going to have to help me. If you don't help me, I'm never going to have faith. These very people end up being some of the strongest men and women of faith in the church. That's not exaggeration. Because every single time we pray, the tide of the battle turns. You don't have to pray like Moses or like David or like Abraham or even like me. You just have to open your mouth and pray. I'll tell you when you know you need the battle to turn is when you begin to feel like you're stuck in a season that you're never going to get out of. Stuck in a season in your family or with your finances. The interesting thing, now if you've never struggled with finances before, you won't understand what I'm saying. But I a long history. The board is taking care of me now, but man, we used to put our TV on a box in order to watch it. We couldn't afford a table. My wife and I could vacuum our whole apartment without pulling the plug out of the wall. We've been there before. When people say you need to order vegetables instead of boxed lunch, they don't realize how expensive vegetables are and that they go bad in 3 days. That's when you buy box lunches. That's when lean cuisines become your friend. If you've never been there before, let me tell you about it. That's how it is. And when you have a financial burden, you never really stop thinking about it. It's always there. When you have no faith, your heart hardens up and you know it's not good. You can't do anything about it. If you could, you would. When relationships are stressed, you don't know what to do. I want to tell you, if you stand there with your hands in your pocket, your heart will become seared. Seared in every way. But if you're courageous enough to say, God, I'm calling out to you. If you're courageous enough to open your mouth, don't just think it, open your mouth and say something, the tide of the battle will turn. It will turn.